All right, yeah.
So, back in late November through early December, Rocksteady hosted a closed alpha for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, where those who received a code will be able to check out the first few hours of the game. I was lucky enough to receive a code and was able to get my hands on it, and now that they partially dropped the non disclosure agreement, I'm able to share my thoughts with all of you. So, if you didn't know, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is a third person looter shooter published by Warner Brothers Games and developed by Rocksteady Studios, most famous for the incredible Batman Arkham trilogy. So, right off the bat, this game is taking a completely different direction from the Arkham games, as I'm sure anyone could tell from watching any of the trailers. Instead of a single player experience focused on a sole playable character, there are four characters you are able to choose from: Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark. The alpha starts with a tutorial section where it allows players to take control of all four and get acquainted with their traversal and combat tools. After that, the alpha starts at the beginning of the game where the four criminals are being transported to Arkham Asylum to get recruited for the Suicide Squad. While the story and voice acting is interesting, I just find the premise in and of itself ridiculous and disastrous for the Arkhamverse. If they actually stick with this story of killing the Justice League and don't have some sort of time travel reversal at the end, then they just destroy any opportunities for future games involving the other members of the Justice League. In terms of gameplay, there are various weapons you can utilize from pistols, SMGs, assault rifles, sniper rifles, and Gatling guns. The gameplay itself is fine, but nothing that really stood out to me as extraordinary. Some enemies require you to hit them with a melee attack first to make them vulnerable to gunfire. There's also a counter shot mechanic, which Rocksteady said is supposed to be similar to the counter mechanic in the Arkham games, but it's just pressing another button to shoot the enemies and some sort of effect is applied to them based on the enemy type, which can be anything from stunning them, removing their shields, etc. I found traversal to be slow and monotonous across the city as each character has to be able to move similarly but with their own unique flair. Harley uses Batman's grapnel gun, Deadshot uses Gizmo's jetpack, Captain Boomerang uses a Speed Force gauntlet, and King Shark uses his own powers to jump really high. Although there was also a double jump, which the game had no in universe explanation for, but maybe I just missed that dialogue in my playthrough. The mission structure is similar to other looter shooters, where it's something along the lines of go here and kill all the enemies, go there and destroy three pieces of equipment, or defend some piece of equipment from enemies. If that's how all the missions are going to be, then it's definitely going to get repetitive very quickly. The best mission from the alpha was more of a curated cutscene where the squad gets trapped in an Arkham museum where Batman stalks you and takes you out one by one. I personally enjoyed this section the most as it had numerous references and Easter eggs to the Arkhamverse. Unfortunately, it just made me want to go back to those games and play them instead of this alpha. The most interesting part of this game was the story cutscenes and dialogue, as the performances were great, especially from the late, great Kevin Conroy, who reprises his role as Batman one last time for this game, with the twist that he's now evil having been corrupted by Brainiac.
Let's get this over with quick. Cool? Cool.
If this story really is going to stick, it just makes me wish that this game wasn't set in the Arkhamverse. As thinking of that, the Batman from that universe is going to be corrupted and go out like he does if the leaks are true is just stupid in my opinion. So, in my headcanon at least, this isn't set in the Arkhamverse, even though it technically is. All in all, by the time I had run through the alpha once, I felt like I had seen and played everything the game has to offer. It grew repetitive far too quickly with the lack of gameplay variety and similar mission structure. If I had to give it a score after what I played, I was sitting around a 7 out of 10, but we'll see if when the full game launches, if it all comes together and surpasses that, but only time will tell.
Kinda busy saving the world with Brainiac, so let's get this over with quick. Cool? Cool.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. God bless you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'm wishing you God's best for now and throughout all eternity.
How are you doing? Do I have to teach you dum-dums to count? Wanna keep your fingers and toes? Bail out! Last ones. Don't nobody be getting emotional. Vehicle drop incoming. Don't say Uncle Gizmo never did nothing for you.